You stop to consider that attacking them, I mean, might be counterproductive. These are normally would be your allies, and the more you attack them, the less likely they're going to want to have anything to do with you.
The question is, isn't this perhaps counterproductive? I think that what happened here is something when we take a look at the strategic analysis of what's. I'm the girl, and Mark can attest to me. I said, Mark, leave your dead baby trucks home. We're doing teddy bears and roses and balloons. We're doing cookies. For a full almost 2 years, we did nothing but positive. But when we saw a letter that says we're not going to give you the heartbeat bill, then guess what? Then I guess I have nothing to lose, then, do I? If they say there's no vote, what are they going to say next? But now we're really not going to give you a vote? Well, what I'm going to do is take this message to the districts, and that's what we're doing. Those people, that they ran on campaign promises. They said, elect me, and nobody, not one senator in this chamber, not one, said, if you elect me, I will regulate abortion. Not one. They all said that I'm pro-life. And what does that mean? To be pro-life means that you will restore legal protection to babies in the womb. That's the definition of being pro-life. To be pro-life means that I will challenge Roe versus Wade, not bow to it, not conform to it and pro-abortion subsequent rulings. To do that is to wave the white flag and say, we will never protect children. I'm an abortion regulator. I'm not pro-life. That's what that says. And so if that is their position, we're going to make sure that there is not a voter in their district that does not know what is happening. We're going to make sure that the hidden things will come to light. And I think, judging by the, not just the ads, now 20 of these full-page ads, judging by the 16 mailings that we are now doing to thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of Republicans in their district, they will know exactly what's going on. Whether they like me or not is inconsequential. I care more about babies than I do making friends with those in elected office. I got photo ops with everybody I need. Trust me when I tell you, I don't need another invitation to another reception ever. I just want to see babies protected.
Are you targeting specific lawmakers, or how do you decide where to bring the balloon, where to? Well,
this is I think the 5th or 6th ad is going in tomorrow in the Daily Standard for Senator Keith Faber. You got a copy of the ad, slightly different than this one because we've explained some things to answer his letter. But this is I think ad number 5 or 6. The reason why he is one of those people getting a lot of ads because he's one of the people with a lot of influence. He is the president pro tem. Many suggest that he'll be the next president of the Senate in the next session. He is a guy who has the influence. Make no mistake, he has the influence to bring this bill to a vote. There's a lot of people hiding behind the coattails of the president of the Senate. But we've got to remember, it's the president of the Senate that's elected by those Senate leaders. Just like those senators are elected by each of us, we have the authority, we have the ability to hold all of them accountable. In the same way, members of leadership like Shannon Jones, she's going to get an ad that looks like this coming on Thursday in the Western Star. People also that are members of leadership. They'll be. Well, let me just say, there's 16 that are targeted right now, but we're not done. We are only getting started, and I'll just tell you something. This is a warm-up. This is a warm-up. This is a warning shot across the bow. You see this? Do you like this? Well, it's only going to get more hard-hitting. It's only going to get more frequent, and I mentioned before, we are just getting started. If you don't believe me, to take a look at what we've done so far. It's just a start. And it's something that we have no problem, and again, this is a hill we're willing to die on. Whether they like me or not is again, not of an issue. What I care about is protecting babies. And if this is what communicates to the people of their district that maybe, just maybe, they elected the wrong guy, or maybe we need to hold them accountable to their campaign promises and the Republican platform, that's what this is all about. So the message is now shifted from the Senate, although we are delivering more thousands of these postcards, but it's shifting to their voters. We're looking at targeted super primary voters. These are people who voted in the last 2 primaries, and tens of thousands of them in district after district are getting mailings that communicate just what the man or woman that they elected is doing. They elected them to protect babies. They ran on pro-life promises. Are they willing to keep them? That's it. That's the message. Are they abortion regulators, or are they really truly pro-life? And as Mark said earlier, this is just the start. This Babies with Beating Hearts is the most protective bill the Senate has ever been before the Senate. You've heard the bragging. Oh, we're the most pro-life Senate in history. Really? How do you say that you're the most pro-life Senate in history when you leave the most pro-life pro-life bill in history that's ever come before the Ohio State Senate sitting on the shelf. You simply can't say that. You can't say I'm pro-life by leaving the most pro-life bill stuck in committee and refusing it to come to the floor for a vote. Here's the bottom line. We're not saying you have to vote for this. We're merely asking for an up or down floor vote. You want to vote against it? Vote against it. But give this bill the light of day. Honor the 53 co-sponsors in the House of Representatives. Honor the more supporters than any legislation that's ever been before this General Assembly. Honor them and bring this to a vote. Honor the 2 out of 3 in the state of Ohio, according to the latest Ohio poll. The 8 out of 10 Republicans. The 7 out of 10 independents by the Wenzel Strategies polls. And the Democrat majority by a 5-3 margin. We're asking them to do what we elected them to do. That's the purpose of the ads. And yes, they're going to get more hard-hitting, a whole lot more hard-hitting. Any other questions? Yes? No? Channel 4? Anything? Got what you want?